Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. 78 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Giants 7, Rams 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, it's Robinson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come on now, come on now.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He can run for it, and he will. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
They'll set up to throw, and that will be incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
It's our field. It's our field.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. He's got it, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. Trying the power game with Ham. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Gone. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
To throw is Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Encroachment defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. He'll look to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Well, look now at the starters for the Giants defensively. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
The numbers a week ago for Everett. 5 catches, 51 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Goff now looks to throw. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Now the try here for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Let's go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
These two teams all tied after one. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll run here with Robinson. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 28. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They run. Robinson. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. And they have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Goff on 1st down. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down. Goff now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Whitlock, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Bring it up.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On second down, it's Dixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They run the counter. Robinson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Goff. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On the draw, Robinson. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a 1st down on that last catch. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Again, Goff. And it's caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why, what we just saw. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. We get a look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. On second down now, Barkley. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll drop to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's Will Hernandez, former second-rounder out of UTEP. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Saquon Barkley. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up a throw to Barkley on the check down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 6. And this will be incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And that'll make it 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. This is caught by Robinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Now it's Goff. And he whips that one incomplete there. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the Windy City of Chicago. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it was Jared Goff with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On the run, it's Robinson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
So Mike number one. Stay with your man.
Again, it's Robinson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Dixon running from the shotgun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. On second down, Barkley. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Good track. Good track. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
But that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They run the draw here with Robinson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Single the slot.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They stay on the ground with Dixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They'll run with Scott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Scott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. They're going to look to throw. They complete it to Hill. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 6-yard line.
2nd and 2. They'll roll him out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will get him 1 closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back to throw, Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run on first down. Whitlock. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Going the other way.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
New York set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On the carry, this is Scott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They go again with Scott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. A throw left side to start the drive is complete, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing.
It got his man complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let's go, fellas.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
57, come on. The ball. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. It's complete to Robinson.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down LA.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Well, that'll be caught by Kupp. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Go. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Goff now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He'll drop to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Giants on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points,
but
and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Goff, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Evan Ingram was the intended target. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
But now it'll be 3rd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open. Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Off play action. Here's Goff. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He may try and run for this. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Room here to run. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after here coming up. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field.
I got it. Whip. Watch the whip.
On 1st down, it's Scott. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Watch the pass.
It's now 2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. He is going to find Hill here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's hauled in by Shepard. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Back to throw here. On under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Aaron Donald, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. The throw right sideline here is complete, and he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You got him! You got him! You got him!
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run the counter. Robinson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Third down and 11.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Los Angeles, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.